Right, live again, old Dopper here. As I always say, I'm not vlogging anything. I'm not doing any guitar reviews, software reviews, teaching how to shred like your granny, the latest this, the latest that, or the latest the other. I'm just some old bloke playing around in his studio, stupid enough or brave enough to stream what he's doing live. I'm not the best musician in the world, don't claim to be. And there's loads of great channels out there with great people playing their stuff. I'm just doing it for prosperity's sake, for when I'm an old man in a nursing home, doing me by at a moment, and can't remember who I am, so the nursing staff can put up YouTube and go, "This is how you used to be, mister, this is how you used to be." So that's the story. For those of you who've caught this second hand and just want to see what I've done, and never mind going through all the bits and pieces of what I'm doing, towards the end of what I do, this thing will come up, which means I'm doing the mix down. So there we are on that. I'm just going to look up here while I sign in to do this chat thing over here. So I'm looking away. In case you want to put any acidic comments up, I don't mind. I'm completely the wrong profile here. Let me try that again. So I need to chat. There we go. The correct one there. Right. Just put that up there in the chat. I do look up occasionally. I think there's about a 20-30 second delay on what I'm doing here. So there we go. And there we go. So that's that. Get rid of that one. I don't need that one. Yes, I do. I need that one. Right. So tonight I am going to be trying to do a tune in an hour. I very rarely succeed, to be honest. I normally drift way over. I'm just going to do something fairly up-tempo tonight. I've been playing around with Superior Drummer earlier on, and okay, I'm just using an 8-bar loop this time, and Amber Moleskin, Legacy of Rocking Superior Drummer 3, and we're going to, it sounds a bit like this. So that is the drum sound I'll be using. Tonight's weapon of choice is going to be this rather lovely Cort, a inexpensive guitar. You don't have to spend loads of money to buy great guitars now, in my humble opinion. I'm not a fan of spending silly amounts of money on things I don't actually need, because being a very, very mediocre guitarist, I can't justify spending out several £1,000s on a guitar. Although if I had all my guitar collection together, it'd probably just come to a couple of grand. Probably a nice vintage something or other. But there we go. So, guitar choice. Cort G290 Fat, this little thing is. Compound radius neck. Bird's eye maple. With staggered locking tuners. And a flame maple top and a couple of humbuckers in it. I've converted the tailpiece to Graphtec saddles on here, because I do like Graphtec saddles because it stops string breakages. I find the way I play a little bit heavy-handed, to be honest. I break a lot of strings sometimes, and being a bit of a tight ass, I don't like restringing my guitars every other week or so. So to try and avoid the what I call Stratocaster syndrome, and where the strings come out a little bit of a fierce angle over the top of the saddle, and with conventional saddles I break D strings a lot and G strings, and they always go right at the saddle. I believe it's because the string doesn't wobble backwards and forwards, so these Graphtec ones cure that problem. Anyway, enough rabbiting. I'm going to press record and see what happens. This might go well, or it might not. I haven't got a clue what I'm going to play, so I should just play along to it after an intro and see what goes on. So this could work out good, or it could work out bad. I never know. So I'm going to try and play something simple, then elaborate on it. So tonight's guitar tone sounds a bit like this. I'm using a Kemper Stage floor into a model of a Fender amp, and it sounds like this. I do get a little bit of buzz because I'm sitting so near to all this electronic equipment. I should actually be sat at the other end of the room, but that's not really conducive for live streaming, so that's why I'm sat here. I'm a little bit on top of everything, so it picks up all the digital noise sometimes. So there we go. Right, I've been rabbiting for 6 minutes already, and I've not played a note yet, so hardly. So right, let's press record and see what happens. Well, that wasn't why I intended to play. That's what happens when you fly by the seat of your pants, which I'm doing at the moment. Absolutely flying by the seat of my pants. So that started off as a little exercise in trying to get all my fingers working. So that's what's going on there. So there we go. I'm not sure that's going to work or not, but we shall find out. So let's have a little look, see what we've got. So let's go there, right. Those who've watched me before will know what I'm going to do next. What are you going to do next? I'm going to open up these guitars. Let me just close some of these folders up. And, I can get rid of that lower zone temporarily. Guitars. DI guitar. I'm going to grab this DI guitar and whack it straight into the chord track. Like that. And what that'll do is give me an indication of where I've changed chords and stuff. Because when I was doing it, I didn't actually do it in any particular order. I've just heard my little dog run back up the stairs again, so I might get a little woof outside the door any second now. I've got a bit of a snotty nose. I've been off work today. I woke up feeling like shit this morning. I've slowly got better during the day, but I think that's down to a load of paracetamol tablets I've taken. So, and it's red hot in here as well, so it's helped me sweat it out, whatever it is. It's not the flu, it's something else. So there we go. Let me see what we have. Right, so I've got that. Let me just play this back, put the bottom thing back on there, so what's going on. See if this is worth continuing with. So I've got to put a bass line on it, obviously, but we'll go from there. Well, that seems to recorded okay, so put a bass line on it and see if we can pad this out. That's it. Treat your guitars like shit. Road rash. Well, bedroom rash. Rather than road rash. So the only one I've is got real road rash on it is the old Squire Stratocaster, which I was playing the other week. It's the one I've had since the early 80s. The very first Fender type guitar I bought. Right, let's have a look what we've got there. So bass, 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 bass. Right. Well, is Helix Native going to work? I've got a feeling Helix Native's not working at the moment, so I'll have to get rid of Helix Native. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. And go back to using the built-in Steinberg amp sim, which is, what does it come under? Distortion, doesn't it? What does everything come under distortion for? And my go-to thing is glued at the moment. I should, and what I'm going to do is put a an overdrive after the thing. Remember to turn it on, just to give it a little bit more ooze it. And remember to put it into monitor mode so I can hear what's going on. How's this got a tuner? Don't know. Don't know if it's got a tuner or not. Don't look like it, does it? I might have to just put a tuner on this just in case this is not in tune, because I haven't played this bass for a few days. And the temperature in this room goes up and down like a friggin' yo-yo, so Right, that's close enough then, so all the bass players will be laughing, going, he's using a plectrum. Proper bass players play with the fingers. Well, I have, you know, Lemmy used to play with a plectrum, so he was a bass player, wasn't he? And all the bass snobs will go, no, not really, mate. Felix Pappalardi, he was a bass player. This is what the hell I've just played then, and I haven't actually. Oh, I did arm the bass track. I thought I hadn't armed the bass track. Right, let's go again then. the original. I can do better than that. Well, that's a bit of phlegma coming up then. Yeah, I really wanted to know that, mate. I really wanted to know that. Right. What have I done? What have I done? Anyway, let's have a little look at what we've got then, shall we? Get rid of the input channels. Just see if my little hound wants to come back in. You come back in. Come on, Ed. No. Stay there. Bit cooler, is it? Right, stay there. Right. Right. So, got that so far then. Right, let me see if I can polish this turd. Let's get old Alien out and fiddle around with this. Right, inspector all. I need to have it on that bit. Right. It's a pity they haven't got organised this, so when you click on that, it brings the inspector up as well. That's okay. That's just a dreadful night. This is one of those dreadful nights. It's a monitor mode. I can hear what's going on. Alasis VI25. Well, I've got to get myself a bigger keyboard. This one's a bit on the small side. Something tells me that's not the right sound for this, but run with it and see if it does work. I don't know, it might. That's a no. That's definitely a no. So let's go and change that. What can we have? Let's go back and load all. What we got in here then? What have we got in here we can play with? Let's have a look. I'm going to do some brass just for the fun of it. Ensemblism. That's like, sounds like a protest group, doesn't it? Ensemblism. Anti something or other. Oh, that sounds horrible. Fully chromatic then. It's chromatic. Staccato. Try staccato. I don't think I can play that quick on keyboards. So this might just be all the way. This might just be right. Before I go too far, I get too carried away. Let me go back to this original guitar track. And pull this back over here and do my cheat thing to double track it. By cheating double tracking. Kaboom, kaboom. Well, you can never have too much drive, can you? Alright, let's see how that sounds. Right, okay, so let me try that then. Use monitor device. Just mute it and it doesn't play anything, does it? Stupid. Right. Right, I think this is too fast for me. I'm not a great keyboard player. I'm not a great guitarist either, but know your limitations. Right, okay then, I won't play on that bit then. You could always step in, put it, mate. If I step in, put it, I'll be here all fucking night. So, and I'm playing completely the wrong notes there as well, aren't I? So, right. Get it right. Get it somewhere. Just play the roots. Play the roots. Play the roots. Play the roots. Well, yes, well. Well, hey. It is what it is. I was thinking that might sound better actually on a saxophone. Can I find a saxophone? Is there a search function on this? Search. Sax. Search. Another one. Gotta be a saxophone somewhere. Saxophone, where are you? Saxophone. Saxophone's gotta be a saxophone somewhere, surely. Sax. There we go. Saxophone. Let's try the. Let's put that into there. And perhaps I'll put that on A1 and see if I make that play. Put that one to A2. Let's just let me just think about that for a minute. Right. Try soprano. Maybe that one. Change that to hello, some guy. My Bluetooth headphones just quit on me. Oh, I know that feeling. I was doing a online course at work the other day, and I plugged my headphones into my laptop so I could hear what they were saying. I've got to go and do a first aid course because we've got no first aiders in the workshop when we've got other, cause we've had one person leave, and then when the other two guys are upstairs doing the fitting and stuff and I'm downstairs doing the machining, we haven't got a first aider down there, so I'm having to go on a first aid course. I've had to do stuff, an online course first off before I actually go to do the learn how to do mouth to mouth and all that sort of stuff. So and my headphones would not work on my laptop at all, so I had to lip read. So I just had to wait for the little icons to come up of the bullet points of what they were on about, and then there's a little quiz afterwards. And go, I couldn't hear anything this guy was saying. So there we go. Such is life. So yeah, I've had a look at your YouTube channel. You have hell of a sense of humour with your lyrics. I can say that much. Yes, that's a hell of a sense of humour you've got there, sir. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, oh, the army nurse thing, yeah, well, that's far more advanced than anything I'm going to be doing. My team leader at work, his son's an army medic in the special forces. He goes all over the world, obviously, and sees horrendous things and bits and pieces, so... yeah, I'm just going to be doing basic stuff. If someone has a asthma attack or that sort of thing, cuts and bruises, just basic stuff. So just enough to try and save someone's life until the official paramedics and stuff turn up. So just a basic one, just so the college is covered by health and safety more than anything. So. Nothing too radical, you know, how to put people in a recovery position and all that sort of stuff, which is all stuff everybody should know anyway, really. So nothing too advanced. I'm not doing any realigning of bones or anything like that. Just some fairly basic stuff. So that's next week for 3 days. I think it's 3 days next week. I hope it's 3 days next week, because the following week I've got my car booked in for its MOT on the Friday, so we have to have a test once a year on our cars to make sure they were roadworthy. I think you have something similar over your way, Department of Transport test or something. I think something like your DOT test. Once a year we have to Ministry of Transport test, just to make sure your car's safe, basically, to be on the road for the next year. So, I'm going to take the old Bavarian Motorworks vehicle in and get it tested. So, it should fly through. I'd be highly surprised if it doesn't fly through. So, it's... I maintain it myself, and I'm meticulous with maintenance and stuff. So anything that needs doing, it gets done. Anything they do find of me, something I can't see, because obviously I can't get it up on ramps or anything. I might hang around on Friday and see if I can nip it into the workshop. So we have a motor vehicle workshop at the college as well, guys who do all the motor vehicle maintenance and stuff. I might just stick it on a ramp on that and take it from there, I suppose, and see what happens. Have a quick nosy. Yeah, that's what they do over here. We have a vehicle inspection. Lasts about 45 minutes. They check everything, check your tyres and wheel bearings. Your tyres have got to be a minimum tread depth, and no cracks or splits or anything like that. Check your brakes on the brake test. Check all your brake pipes, all the steering. Check the emissions and stuff. Mine being a diesel, they stick a pipe down the end and we'll do a smoke test on it to make sure it's not over-fueling and all that sort of stuff. They just basically go through everything, make sure your headlamps are aligned properly and all your bulbs work and all your lights work. And basically just make sure the vehicle's safe, you know. So mine's it feels nice and tight. I can't feel any rattles or bumps on it, so it's all pretty. It should sail through. I mean, being a BMW, they have quite a long lifespan. It's not like some of these Korean-made things, which got a lifespan of about 10 years before they fall apart. Projected lifespan of a BMW is 30 years. So it should be fine. I should be highly surprised if they find anything wrong with it. So it's only done about 4,000 miles since it was last checked. So this time last year. So we'll see how it goes. $160,000 miles. Mine's one was registered in December 2015, and it's coming up to 124,000. Well, I hardly used it for a couple of years. When I had my problem with my eyes before I had my cataract surgery and stuff, I didn't use it for. I probably did about. I think between one of the tests, I barely did 1,000 miles. So, because of course I'm using it for work now, going back and forwards to work, and that's the only time I use it. Back and forwards to work, then once a year when we take it down with the caravan on the back down to Devon, which is like it'll probably do 500 miles there and back, because England being a fairly small country, just down to the coast. Because I live about as far away from the coast as you can possibly get, right in the middle of England, a place called Coventry in the UK here, so about as far away from the coast as you can. So we tend to go down to the south coast where it's a little bit warmer. Put the old caravan on the back. I don't know what you call one of them in the States, an RV or something like that. Well, an RV is more like a self-contained vehicle, isn't it? It's a trailer with a box trailer thing of a home from home in it, bed and cooker and all that sort of thing. So, yeah. Right, let me have little listen to what I've got and see what else I'm going to do. How long have I been at this? 48 minutes. 48 minutes! I'm going to do something odd to it. And of course, I'm going to noodle over the top of it right at the very end. So, that's going to be happening. Just to see if I can. How many key changes can you do in one tune? So, Right then, that's like that. I bought myself a new camera, so now we have a slightly better definition on this one. An EOS 250D by Canon. So now I've now got two EOS 250Ds and a D90. Rather expensive for a fucking webcam, but if you can, you do, don't you? So yeah. 2 hours from the Gulf of Mexico. Oh, lovely. Yeah. Because the roads in the UK are crap. They are crap. They're chock-a-block full of vehicles and stuff, and anywhere you go, it just takes forever. So we take the a thing called a motorway. You call them freeways, but our motorways are only 3 lanes wide, and they're always packed full of lorries and cars, and people haven't got a clue how to drive and all this sort of thing. So it takes me about 4.5 hours to travel 190 miles down to where we go with the caravan on the back. If I'm lucky, I can do. We're limited to the speed we can do with caravans on the back or trailers on the back, whatever. Limited to 60 miles an hour. So I just tend to go along at about 55, 60 with the old cruise control on and get down there. Take about 4.5 hours, just drive it and just keep going. Of course, if the government had their way and we all had to do the old electric utopia thing, I'd have to stop about 3 times on the way to charge the bloody thing up. So you can stick your electric cars where the sun don't shine, I'm afraid. They're trying to force us all into them. Draconian legislations and putting the vehicle tax up. You have to pay taxes to have a vehicle depending on your engine size and the emissions. It's all a bit complicated. The people with the early uptakers of the electric vehicles, they had free road tax, but now the shower of shit we've got in charge now, this Keith Starling and his mob, bunch of lefty woke really climate apologists selling our country down the road. So it's interesting that he hasn't been invited to the inauguration. Absolutely brilliant. We've got a guy, Nigel Farage, has been invited. I think he's one of Trump's mates and stuff. They get on well together, apparently. And Elon Musk was going to stick some money into his political party, but he said some things on X which Elon didn't like, so he's withdrawn that offer. There's a member of a party called the Reform Party who was supposed to be draining the swamp like Trump's promised to. But the problem with the British system is we don't have proportional representation. It's a first past the post. The Reform Party had 4 million votes for the people who could be bothered to turn out to vote. Out of the electorate, only 30% of the people could be bothered to turn out to vote. They got 4 million votes and 5 seats. Yet the Liberal Democrats got 3.7 million votes and got 72 seats. It's just the way our oddball system of voting works. I think we're the only country in the world that's got this first past the post system. It's not very democratic. Of course, the people in charge won't change it because they might lose their power. And you know what they're like. They've all got their seat on the gravy train and noses firmly entrenched in the trough, getting out as much as they can with all their backhanders from the lobbyists and the like. Our leader, Keith Starling, whatever he calls himself now, has got a Lord Ali who buys his clothes for him, lends him his house and stuff, and bought him his new spectacles for when he had to do his image makeover for when he became Prime Minister. And he spent £8,000 British pounds on a pair of spectacles. And I'll go, what sort of spectacles are they? Well, £8,000. I went to my local supermarket. They've got an optician's in there doing the full eye test with your peripheral vision test and the blowing smoke in your eye to check for glaucoma and all that sort of things. And I got 2 pairs of glasses. One pair was a pair of safety glasses, and this pair, which I should actually be wearing, but I don't really need them. I just mainly wear them for driving when my eyes get tired. Well, 180 British pounds. So where they got £8,000 for a set of glasses from is a mystery to me. Must be one hell of an expensive optician. That's all I can say. How the hell can you spend £8,000 on a pair of glasses? They can get a designer pair of glasses with all the different coatings on them, you can imagine, the anti-glare, anti-reflection, UV, and virtually everything for about £600 if you need all that sort of rubbish on them. So how the hell you can spend £8,000 on a pair of glasses is an absolute mystery. I don't know. Anyway, got off at a tangent again. Right. I think I'm just going to noodle over the top of this. Blue Sam. Haven't seen you around for a while. You're probably catching my stuff second hand. Busy working, no doubt. Right. Shall I add a little bit more Hallion for the fun of it? Let's see what I can find just for the fun of it and go from there. What have we got on here? Oh, I've started to go snotty-nosed again. Oh, my little dog's knocking at the door. Come on in. Hello, mister. Hello, fella. Hello. Hello. You still down there? You still down there? I'm busy. The missus is out doing her bingo thing tonight, so let's have a look what's in here. Just for the fun of it. Oh, could have a flute, a glockenspiel even. Let's have a timpani, and I can add some additional drum set, can't I? Oh, already done that. Timpanelli. Right. It's not very loud, is it? I could fart louder than that. Oh, let's see if I can just stick some of that in as an additional bit of percussions for the fun of it. Nah, I can't even hear it. It doesn't cut through at all. That'd be okay if it did some orchestral stuff. But that's not going to work. It's not going to work. Not going to work. Not going to work. What can we have? A euphonium. No. I'm just going to get to noodling in a minute. Just noodle. Noodle flux. Let's see what's in here. Arabic dancing. Right. Bombs away. Black diamond. How does that black diamond sound like? Yeah. I think those glasses were rose tinted. I think you're absolutely right there, Sam. Yeah, great one. Oh dear. I lost a pair of glasses when I was fishing once. It was the middle of summer. I was sweating so much. You get a bit hot and your face starts sweating and stuff. And I was looking down into the water and it just fell straight off my face and just plop. Fished around with my net. I couldn't find them though. So. Yeah. Funny enough, I was watching some YouTube tonight of some Pink Floyd. I was watching them do. I'm not sure what tour it was off. They were doing Echoes. Did the full version of Echoes from somewhere. I just woke up and it was on because I fell asleep. And then I woke up and they were doing Echoes. I thought, oh, that's good. New bass player. Is that Guy Pratt, the bass player? I can't remember what his name is. I think it's Guy Pratt. Might be wrong. What's happened there? What the hell's gone on there? I've lost everything. It's doing weird things. What the hell have I just done then? Just got to undo. Alright. So it's just got that brain dysfunction. I don't know what's going on there. What the hell's going on? Oh. I don't know what I've done to that. Programs. Oh well. Something's just happened to me Hallion. He's throwing a wobbler. Well, that is absolutely bizarre. I mean, Hallion's just thrown a complete and utter wobbler. Oh, there we are. Oh, let's get rid of some of this. How bizarre. Remove. Yes. Remove. I think we can... Right, I can't remember what I had when now. Right, let's get rid of that. Will it do that? No, I'm going to do it one low. No! Where's it gone? Remove. I wish it had a little thing on there saying, don't show this again. That's a bit of a pain in the ass, isn't it? I don't know what I did then. I don't know what I did then. Remove. There we go. Right, let's go back to where we were. That was a trumpet. Hot brass. And go to there. And that was about there. And that was a saxophone. Ah, things do go wrong. Tenor. Right, there we go. Right. Yeah, it could well be one of Gilmore's family. He's got that's 6 or 8 kids or something, hasn't he? From a couple of different marriages. I know he's one of his daughters was on playing on one of his latest single, playing like some harp thing or other, and he has mentioned in various interviews about it's various bits of his family. So I think he's got quite a few kids. So, and of course, you know, if music's your life, and you get your family involved, wouldn't you? Because his missus writes all the lyrics, has done for several years, hasn't she, since Roger Waters left, because Gilmore's not really a lyricist. So his wife's name's Polly Sampson. She's a novelist, and she writes quite a lot of the lyrics. Yes, I do like the old Floyd. There's not many bands around who can do that, is there? And his playing's so simple, so emotive, though, it just drags you in, grabs you by the soul. I wish I could do that. I really do. Right, I'm just going to noodle over the top of this now, just for the sake of it. So, yeah. Right, let me see if I can do some noodling over the top of that for the sake of it. Let's just noodle, canoodle over the top. Just going to put a cut on this lead guitar because it doesn't need all the bottom end in it. Might as well do that before I do anything. Right, I'll do a take on that then. So I'll do a harmony of that original riff, and then see where we go from there. If I can remember what the original riff was, that is, because I played it about 3 different ways, I think. So it'll be somewhere near. Yeah, lockdown riffs. I think I've done something similar before, so I'm much of a sameness. I don't think I've came up with anything new in the last little while, actually. Yeah, was that video you mentioned? Don't know. Right, did I actually record anything then, or did I MIDI free, get rid of that, don't want that. MIDI 2, that's all playing the same thing, so that's fine. Where my guitar, did I actually record that? I did. I recorded it. That makes a change. Half the time I don't record things. I go, ah! And I normally find my first take is the best take. So, Then after that I'll get sidetracked and think about it too much, and then just don't play naturally after that. So some people say you're supposed to think about what you're doing, and I say no. Not my style just to think about what I'm doing. Right, 10:09. Yeah, looks like lockdown riffs. Yeah, I could have well have played that at some point. I played something similar. It started off as just an exercise, to be honest. A chromatic exercise. And then just fly by the seat of your pants with it and see what it takes you, I suppose. I could put another harmony line on that. Could, if I wanted to. What time is it? Oh, I've gone way past me hour anyway, so... Right, let's have a quick fiddle around with this. And I'm sweating my doodads up here. I've turned the radiator off. This new computer of mine is kicks out quite a lot of heat. So it's a tiny little room I'm in. It's only 2.7 metres wide by 3.5 metres long, and about 2.25 metres tall. So only 7-foot ceilings in these houses. So tiny little room, and it gets rather warm in here rather quickly. So I've turned the radiator off, which I'll probably regret tomorrow when I come in here and go, it's fucking freezing cold. But once I've sat in here for half an hour or so, the radiator's on, and right. What can I do with this? Well, let's have a look what this SSL compressor's doing first. Hopefully I'm not hitting it too hard. It's rather disjointed. That's all I can say. It's rather disjointed. So let's bring that in from the sides of it. So I'll just change that to a combined panel. R55. It's a bit better. So that's in the middle, so it's not sat on the sides. And I think I'll put some, I'll send that lead guitar to Epic. Let's just see what that sounds like. Where's my Epic gone? Epic. Let's fiddle around with that. I can't remember this was a free one or I paid for it. Artists. I don't know who half these people are. Let's just use a CLA guitars. The drums are rather boring, but I haven't really got time to fart around with them too much. They are boring. I think I'm just going to bring them rhythm guitars up a tad. How am I going to do that? How am I going to do that? I don't know. Let's I'll stick a EQ on them. I'm about to go to a coughing fit then. Frequency. Yeah, I agree with you, Blue Sam. The first take being the best is. It's when you're most inspired. Flying by the seat of your pants a bit more, and that's what I find. And half the videos I do on YouTube, especially live, I do a first take, and half the time I don't even record it. Because I'm there dicking around trying to get the sound I'm after. Poke through a couple of patches on the old Kemper and go, oh, that one will do, and then just carry on from there. And I look back at the videos I do because I'm vain like that. I'm not vain. I look back on them to see if the quality's there and stuff. Because play it back on the TV. Does it sound okay on the TV? Because if I put my headphones on, this will sound completely different to what it does in the room, because you're not getting the room sound. So I try it on the TV, and I go, oh, that sounds thin and horrible. And then other times it sounds too bassy, so I can never seem to get it right. So, but then again, a good tune's a good tune, isn't it? I mean, I'm not saying I do good tunes. Don't get me wrong there. I'm not that arrogant. I just play for the fun of it. But a good tune's a good tune. If you listen to stuff back from the sort of 30s and 40s when it was on the old 78s, the quality was awful. But a good tune is a good tune. And if anybody who's played in a band and stuff and's got their old cassette tapes from years, oh dear me, years and years ago, but it's just probably recorded on a mono tape recorder. It hasn't got the dynamic range and stuff we get now with stuff. I mean, crying out loud, this system in here goes down to 27 hertz. So I'm still missing, half an octave off the bottom end, but the reproduction systems I've got now with the full range and whatnot doesn't mean to say it's going to sound any better. It just means you can hear all the frequencies. A good tune's a good tune, and regardless of the mix. I mean, all the old Beatles stuff was originally done on 4-track. Okay, they had a genius producer and everything, and good engineers and everything, and they were using all the top quality gear they had at the time, but I mean, what we've got on computers in the box now is just phenomenal. So, and of course, I can't hear above 14K anyway, so the top end, I have to rely on things like Gullfoss to do that for me, which I'm going to do now. I'm going to whack it into some tape, because apparently that gives it more. I'm only going what I hear by looking at the professionals. They do it, like Mixbus TV and whatnot, and so they're called distortion tape. Well, it's tape. It adds harmonics. My default preset. So, yeah. Anyway, so I've got tape, and then I'm going to whack it into Gullfoss, because I'm going to let that take care of the high frequencies for me, because I literally can't hear above 14K. So that's age. So I'm going to recover a little bit and tame a bit more. This is supposed to be some sort of intelligent, dynamic EQ, apparently. I wouldn't know. What's going on above 14K might as well not be there as far as I'm concerned. So that tends to be the harsh frequencies anyway, doesn't it? It's not when they go I don't go down the pub very often, but most pubs you go in, public houses you go into, the last orders, they ring the bell. Years ago it used to hurt my ears. And now it doesn't bother me at all, because I can't hear them very, very high frequencies. So, and a bit of tinnitus, whatever you call it. I'm using power tools incorrectly. I stupidly used an angle grinder in a confined space, so I've got a constant ringing in my ears from an angle grinder noise. A bit of tinnitus, which doesn't help. And then playing in rock bands for the best part of 30 years didn't help either. Stood an extra drum kit. Because unless you've actually done it, you don't realise how loud a fucking drum kit is. You get the Neanderthal beating 10 bells out of the cymbals and stuff. So they kind of look like UFOs. So there'll be a drummer watching. I'm not a Neanderthal. I'm not a Neanderthal, mate. Yeah, if you haven't got a sense of humour, you must be. Anyway, I'll quick listen to this. Oh. Ugh. I recorded our Scar Ballon cassettes, yeah. Yeah, the old cassettes, I got some stuff on my non-live page. There's some stuff where I remastered stuff of one of the bands I was in. That was on cassette. There was so much noise on it. Well, not remastered. I just tried to get rid of some of the hiss off it and turn it up a little bit. That was recorded to cassette. We used to sell them at gigs. And talking about ska bands, the band I was in, when would this have been? The 90s, I think, early 90s. We used to go out and do little, we were the backup band to Roddy Radiation's band. He had a band called the Bone Diggers. We used to play quite a lot in a load of bikers pubs and stuff. And he was in a band called the Bone Diggers. Roddy Radiation, if you don't know who he is, was the guitarist of the Specials. And of course the Specials split up and stuff and whatever, so he got another band going and our band used to support them. So played some decent places in support of them, the 100 Club and stuff down London and everything, and all sorts. Of course, they weren't interested in us, so there'd be about 50 people in a room when we were playing, and then the place would fill up with about 1,000 people in it when they were on, because everybody knew who he was and stuff. So the name helps, doesn't it? So Roddy used to love the way I used to play. And used to jam with Rockin' Reg, and he was the bass player out of a band from the 70s, Lieutenant Pigeon, who they only ever had one hit called Mouldy Old Dough. So like I think it was his mother or his mother-in-law was on piano and he was on bass and everything. But once you're in the game, and you can get loads of work through it because your name and stuff. And he used to come when I was with the Cubase band. Occasionally our bass player couldn't make it, so he'd sit standing for our bass player, and then we'd have jam sessions down at the pub in Coventry called the Beer Engine. I think it's closed now. There used to be a regular sort of Friday, Saturday night, always had bands on and stuff. But the music scene in Coventry is dead, absolutely dead. Well, I presume it's dead. I just don't go out drinking anymore. I don't like paying best part of £5 for a pint of beer, when for the same money I can get 2 bottles of a nice craft ale from the supermarket. So I just don't do pubs anymore. Apart from that, it's full of the old cokeheads, the old white powder guys. Go out with a bag of Brave and think they're it and stuff, and I just feel uncomfortable around them. They all get a bit loud and a bit gobby and stuff, and a little bit, So I just stopped going out. Turn into an old man. So I'll go out a couple of times a year. I think the last time I was actually in a public house was in last July when I was on holiday. And I haven't been in one since. So powered head stereo to a deck. Yeah. I've got some stuff from. I'll have to dig it out. I've got it on mini disc somewhere. I'll have to see if my mini disc player still works. If not, I'll have to take it apart, and chances are the original drive elastic, little rubber drive belt's probably broke. So no doubt I'll get drive belts off Amazon or somewhere like that, and I'll have to dig it out and see if I can get it to work. It powers up. And I got some stuff on mini disc I did from the very, very early 80s. The first band I was ever in. We used to rehearse in a classroom of a school. I'm going to have to dig that out and get that digitised for prosperity's sake. So it's on mini disc, but Whether the mini disc player still works or not is another thing, because I haven't used that for probably the best part of 15 years or so. So we shall see on that one. Watch this space. So anyway, Coolfoss is on. What else to do? Let's just have a look at the meters, see how loud this is or not. Yeah, old Frank Zappa were good in his day, weren't he? So I'll do that, and I should now just stick. I've got Coolfoss on it, and then I'm going to stick this on Oxford inflator. You can get this about 25 quid now, apparently. I've had it a few years, and I've paid stupid money for it. This is quite good because you can actually turn it up above 0. See the old thing there. Input faded, blah, blah, inflate, blah. Further gain beyond 0 dB to allow low level program to be boosted and deliberately overdriven. It just adds more harmonics. So that's going to take that to -1 dB. Just clicking down, do it. Go on. -1. And then crank it up. Crank the lofts up. Watch your ears. It's going to get loud. That'll do. I keep having to unplug my Stream Deck. I've got a feeling this computer's turning off the but then again, I have now got a spare USB socket, so I'm going to plug it into the back of the computer again. I've got my Stream Deck plugged into the one on the front of the computer at the minute, but for some reason it keeps turning it off. There must be some power saving settings on it. In Windows, oh, the joy of Windows, eh? How is there so much blow in the UK? Dear. I don't know. I think it's the Pakistanis bringing it in. I'll just say it. It's the Pakis. The rape gangs. They're the people bringing the heroin in and all. So, and we have a very, very lax customs thing in here. So there's and I just don't know why they don't just legalise cannabis, for crying out loud. It's legal in a lot of European countries and legal in a lot of states in America. I don't know why they don't legalise it personally, but as far as the white powders, nah. If it don't grow naturally, don't touch it. That's what I tell the students at the college, because we hear them talking about, you know, the drugs they're taking. The young kids are experimenting and stuff, and I just say to them, if it don't grow naturally, don't touch it. What do you mean grow naturally? And I says, well, weed grows naturally, mushrooms grow naturally, mandrake root grows naturally, Salvia divonium grows naturally. Anything like that, fine, but anything which involves chemicals, leave it alone. And leave heroin alone. So, and if you're sensible, leave tobacco alone, because you end up like me, fucking addicted to the stuff. And I'm trying not to smoke as much. I got me vape. I vape when I'm at work, but I smoke cigarettes when I come back home. So, and it's a cigarette, not a joint. I gave that up a long, long time ago. So, I used to smoke weed years ago. We used to have well, it was actually Indian temples that used to come across bendy. We used to call it bendy black. It was black as fuck, and it was basically all the trichomes off the weed and stuff mixed up. And I've got a feeling it was blended with a little bit of opium, because it would make you trip your face off if you had too much of it. So, but none of that comes in anymore. And Moroccan and stuff like that. Moroccan black and stuff, and used to come in. We used to smoke that when we were in our 20s, young and stupid. But I haven't touched it for years. Kind of got to a point it wasn't doing anything for me anymore. I used to think it helped the creative process, but I don't think it did, to be honest. I think that's just kidding yourself. But just the occasional drink now. Yeah, so anyway, I think that's about done. So I'm going to a quick listen through, and then halfway, and then mix it down, I think. The drums are starting to sound like a tea tray. Drums sound like a tea tray, so let's go and just quickly turn the snare bottom down a bit. It is what it is, fuck it. I want to go and drink some beer. Right. Where's it end? There. Right, ends there. Right, I'm going to do the old mix down thing then. Are we on the right screen? No. It's stopped working. Oh, it's a bit slow, that's all, isn't it? Right. Right, tomorrow I am going to fiddle around the back of my computer and get this Stream Deck so it don't keep going off. Doing the mix down. Right. For those of you with an attention span of a gnat, this is the mix down of what I did tonight. Export, audio mix down, make sure I stick it in the right place. Browse. Choose. I was putting these in the wrong place recently. It should be 2025. There we go. File name. What we're going to call this? Jan. January, sick and tired, you've been hanging on me. Save. Open. There we go. Jan 15, save. Right. So, let's do that again. It's not working again. Boom, right, the mix down. I don't believe it. All right. So I think my computer's doing something in the background. It is. It's been doing something in the background, scanning in the background, right? So let me just change that. Get off. Don't want the Stream Deck on. Right. Boom again then. Just when you think it's all going okay. Right. Right, that will do for tonight. So, not the greatest tune in the world, but I had fun anyway. That's what it's all about, isn't it? So, it's all about having fun in music. Don't take it too seriously, for crying out loud. You'll end up crying. No, I'll just do it for the fun of it. So, what it is. I've still got 3 viewers watching. I have 2 interacting and one's very quiet in the background. So, it is what it is. Right. 10:47. I have just enough time to have a couple of beers before I go to bed and see how I feel in the morning. Because I feel like shit at the moment. I'm hot and keep sneezing and my throat keeps going funny. So there we are. Bit of man flu. So there we go. Right. Catch me again another night. Anybody who's caught this second hand has not seen it before, like, subscribe and all that. I think I'm up to like 136 subscribers or something like that now, which is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for everybody who subscribes, and thank you some guy and Blue Sam who keep coming back and interacting with me. I'm about to sneeze again. Well, definitely coming out of summer. So there we go. Just what you want to see, some old bloke sneezing on YouTube, isn't it? Yeah, 1 hour tune. Yeah, 1 hour tune. What's 1 hour 55 since I started it. But it's you people putting up your chats and stuff, sidelining me. That's what I blame. No, I'm just incompetent anyway. So go off at tangents, and would have been 3 minutes shorter if my computer hadn't decided it's got quite a CPU overload halfway through doing the mix down. Such is life. So there we go. Yes, that's it for me tonight. So, like what you see, if you caught this and you're not one of my subscribers, subscribe. I only ever do stuff live. 95% of my stuff is done live on YouTube. There is 1 or 2 videos on my main page, but most of them were done live anyway. So, for some reason, I just left them on there. I was taking them off the live page and sticking them onto my other page stuff. What do you want, little man? My little dog wants to get out this room. It's had enough of me playing loud music. It's not loud. It's loud when your trouser legs shake, and my trouser legs are not shaking. So, if you've ever stood in front of a cranked up 4x12, you'll know exactly what I'm on about. It's loud when your trouser legs shake. So, there we go. Right, thanks for watching, and I shall catch you another night. I'm not sure whether it's going to be tomorrow night, depending how I feel. Because my nose is starting to really bung up now, so it could be tomorrow. Let's turn the camera off while I'm here. So there we go. So thanks for watching, and I shall catch you all another night. Bye now.